Hi guys, hope you're doing well. I'm a huge believer and advocate in NFTs with utility. I think there's a huge gap in the current level of education and awareness around what the different types of NFTs are and what their real world utility could be. I think this is a massive area for opportunity, so I'm going to be breaking down some different types of NFTs, some different utilities, examples that are currently out there. Here's part one of the episode. So what are NFTs? A quick refresher. Non-fungible tokens. And NFTs are unique units of data on a blockchain that can be linked to digital and physical objects to provide proof of ownership. So they can be used as digital certificates of authenticity, used to assign and verify ownership of any unique digital or physical asset. They're non-fungible, which means that one is not the same as another. They're not interchangeable. They're unique. So one Bitcoin is the same as another Bitcoin and is interchangeable. However, one Bored Ape Yacht Club is not the same as a different Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, their uniqueness and scarcity could increase their appeal and desirability. So while the most obvious use cases for NFTs is to prove ownership of digital assets like images or videos or songs or avatars, it can also be used to prove ownership of physical assets like your car or a motorcycle or maybe one day your apartment. NFTs can also be used for ticketing purposes to create exclusive communities where you have to own the NFT to be a part of that community and get exclusive discounts or passes. So really, the sky's the limit. Here are examples of different types of NFTs and top use cases and utility.
Number one, PFP NFTs, picture for proof or profile picture NFTs.
Now, this is really what brought NFT to the forefront of everyone's awareness and culture starting in summer 2020 and 2021 when the Bored Ape Yacht Club collection blew up, which is probably the most famous of this PFP NFT category. These can be used really as clout on social media if you have a Bored Ape, having that as your display picture on Instagram or Twitter, kind of showing what you own, connecting with the community of other apes. CryptoPunks, which was the first ever PFP project, started in 2017 by Larva Labs. Mutant Ape Yacht Clubs, which is a derivative offshoot project of Bored Apes. So the initial BAYC owners were actually rewarded this or dropped this for free. We have CloneX, Meebits, also launched in Larva Labs in 2021. Nouns, which are pixel avatars, kind of focus on DAOs as well. Doodles is another one. World of Women, Azuki, VFriends, launched by Gary V, which actually now has a lot of utility as well. So, I mean, this entire category has kind of taken off without really having built a solid utility in it. However, some of the popular projects like Bored Ape are now building their own ecosystem. So if you were an initial holder of BAYC, you got airdropped the Ape coin, which is basically their coin for governance for their DAO. They're, I believe, in talks for building their own TV show, their own IP. So they are building their own utility now. However, when they launched, obviously there was no utility. So as an overall, the PFP category is more just for that viral nature, more just for, you could say, just getting some clout, connecting with other people who have the same NFT collection. However, I do think some of the popular ones, the ones that stick around, will build out utility.
Number two, digital artwork.
So the most famous example of this is probably Beeple, whose digital piece of work titled The First 5,000 Days, which is this piece right here, sold for $69 million on 11th March 2021. I believe it was bought by an investor in Singapore. I saw his interview on YouTube, and he was mentioning that he wants to place this in his own metaverse that he's building. So an art gallery within his metaverse will feature The First 5,000 Days by Beeple. So obviously this is, I don't know if that kind of sale is going to get repeated anytime soon, but If you go to Beeple's site, it's actually pretty cool. He's been an artist doing lots of cool things for quite a while. He's even made a bunch of short films. But then obviously he blew up with his digital artwork. So he's got a lot of pieces on here. Very creative work. Again, obviously there's no utility per se behind this. It's art for art's sake. And again, I don't know if we're going to see sales like this anytime soon again. But then, art is very subjective. It's qualitative in terms of valuing it. So it's something that we'll continue to see. Now, something else cool to know is Jim Carrey's actually started selling digital art as well. So Jim Carrey's been a painter for a while. Like, he's been painting for quite a long time in the physical medium, but now he's turned to the digital medium. So he sold his first NFT titled Sunflower on superrare.com. So this was his artwork, which sold for 62 ETH, which at that time of ETH's price was roughly $74,000. Now, obviously, the person who bought it probably also paid that for this piece because it's by Jim Carrey. So these are some famous examples of digital artwork. There's, of course, so many other digital artists that are doing their thing now. Another cool subcategory within that is generative art, which is essentially digital art that's created in collaboration between an artist and an autonomous system, essentially meaning that it's AI or computer code that's creating the art based on some interaction with the artist, and can now be created running a smart contract as well. So, digital art has been around for a while before NFTs blew up as well, but now you can kind of connect it to an NFT. You can generate it by running a smart contract, which again gives you the ability to scale these pieces of work. So you can generate quite a few through AI. Art Blocks is one of the famous projects doing generative art of the blockchain. So these are all projects that different artists have listed there that again have been created with some kind of computer algorithm. So for example, this one by James D'Alessandro, a total of 666 and 84 have been minted. So again, they're going to be all the same. So all 66 will basically be the same piece of work at a price of 0.1 ETH, and 5% of the sales also goes to a nonprofit or arts organization. So there's generative art as well, which gives the digital artist the ability to create many different pieces of the same artwork and sell them and scale them, as opposed to individual pieces like this, which is going to be unique. There's only ever going to be one piece that will be owned by one owner. Again, we can debate the valuation of these till kingdom come, but art has always been around, will be around, and digital art is a new avenue for artists. So they will and they should continue to experiment. Number 3, music NFTs. Now we start getting into some NFTs with cool utility. Music NFTs allow fans to invest in artists that they can enjoy and believe in, while ideally receiving some financial gains in return. So this is the Berkeley School of Music that's starting to pay attention to NFTs as well. So you can either follow your favorite artist who's releasing their music through NFTs, or invest in new artists who are trying to fundraise for their music, and then you get ownership of that music. So if you own the NFTs, you get direct access to their music, or maybe even experiences. So before this, the fundraising model was that they had to either go to a record company or just try to bootstrap their project. But now, through NFTs, the artists can either directly release their music through NFTs or offer different kinds of passes, experiences, concert tickets, backseat experiences. The future of the music industry is an artist-to-fan connection. Now, building these NFT communities, you could also look at it as an investor. So if you invest in an upcoming musician's NFT project, maybe those tokens will be worth a lot more in the future if that artist blows up. In 2021, Kings of Leon were the first major band to release an album as an NFT with When You See Yourself. Steve Aoki, another early mainstream adopter of NFTs, launched Aokiverse in Feb 2022. Users join by buying an NFT passport, which includes free tickets to his live shows, free merchandise, members-only events, and performances. So it's really cool because you can curate experiences through these NFTs. NFTs enable two-way conversations between an artist and a fan. So there's tons of examples of how this has been done. Two cool sites that I'd like to show you. One is called sound.xyz. So here you can go and see what either songs or albums are being dropped as NFTs. So for example, this drop called Bloody White, well, the artist name is Bloody White, and the song I believe is called Pomegranate, was 25 NFTs were minted for it at 0.07 ETH per NFT, and this artist Bloody White raised $2,994 to make this song. And these are the folks who bought this NFT. And again, if this song were to blow up, these 25 NFT holders could flip this NFT for potentially a way higher price on OpenSea or another secondary market. So you can see all these artists who've dropped their music. Sophia Alexa, so she minted her song as 100 NFTs, 0.01 ETH per NFT. So here's a bit about her. Song called The Way You See Me. Another website called royal.io. So this is really cool. So it gives you an opportunity to invest directly in music. So here you can see even Nas has a single listed here. I know Nas is pretty tech friendly, an early adopter of new technologies. So here, this song called Rare by Nas. So here's a little preview. Now he has different tiers of NFTs. So for $99, there's 700 tokens available, which gives you 0.01 ownership in the song, and also access to this private Discord. Another features, secret menu, not sure what that is. Platinum, which gives you a higher ownership, gives you access to exclusive merch. And the highest level of NFT, where there's only 10 tokens, gives you 2 VIP concert tickets, exclusive signed vinyl, video conversation with Hit Boy, exclusive merch. So obviously this is a lot more expensive. It's almost $10,000, but as you can see, the perks are a lot more. And then I can see how something like this could sell for more on OpenSea. If Nas comes back and starts doing concerts and is well, I guess he's still doing concerts, not like he went away, but yeah, so really cool projects that are being, music projects that are really leveraging NFTs. So Royal enables anyone to own a piece of their favorite song to earn royalties along with the artist, believe in the artist's freedom. Royal opens the door for artists to retain independence and creative controls as fan fuels their careers. So how does it work? Artists choose what percentage of the song's royalties to put up for sale. They can bundle with fan experiences. You can purchase streaming royalties in the form of tokens. Once you bought a token, you can claim royalties for the song after they've accrued. Time to pay out will vary depending on the artist. If you'd like, you can put your token up for sale on an NFT exchange. So this is a secondary market like OpenSea, so you can flip it as well if you feel like the price has gone up a lot more than what you paid for and you'd like to cash out. I know Audius is another project. Audius. So this is a streaming platform using NFTs, and they have their own token, audio token. So I'm not sure if they have NFTs, but they have their own token called Audius, and it's a Web3 streaming platform. So it's like Spotify or Google Music or Apple Music on Web3. So you can access all these artists' music through if you hold their tokens. Obviously, a lot of established artists are already on this, and the biggest advantage of this is this is a direct connection between you and the artist. There's no record company here. There's no intermediary like Apple Music or Google Music or Spotify taking a huge cut. So the money initially raised goes all to the artist. So it's a direct artist to fan connection. Number 4, ticketing. NFT ticketing is tickets in the form of NFT living on a blockchain that can act as an access pass for any live or even virtual event. So how is this different from a digital ticket? Well, the blockchain factor really sets them apart from the regular barcode and QR code based counterparts, because they're issued on a blockchain, and so they have a digital proof of ownership that resides on a blockchain that is independent, it's verifiable, it's permissionless, nobody owns that blockchain. So the NFT ticket holders don't simply receive a ticket, but an immutable and often interactive digital asset that grants them entry into the show or festival. So again, this can be used to curate all kinds of experiences. So here you see an interview of why would I want an NFT as a concert ticket, and this individual, Liron Shapira, explains that NFTs could make OpenSea, which is one of the secondary markets for NFTs, like StubHub, really. And so you could even trade them back and forth. So if you own the NFT that gives you access to a particular event, you don't have to hang on to it. If you don't want to use that as a ticket anymore, you could trade it on OpenSea, whereas that's not necessarily what you can do on StubHub, unless I guess you're selling it in black. So who is using NFT ticketing? So this is already being used quite a bit from some early adopters. So musician pioneer 3Lau had actually used NFTs as tickets all the way back in 2018 for the Art Music Festival. A lot of startups. Coachella is already using this as well. So Coachella collectible NFTs, lifetime festival passes, digital collectibles. So if you go on nft.coachella.com, you can buy lifetime Coachella passes, NFTs, and also other assets like art prints, collectibles, and whatnot. So if you look at their marketplace, which I believe is built on Solana, so here you can see these are different NFT collections. So these are collections that you can actually get a physical print for as well. So for example, this is $100 for this piece of digital art, which I believe you can also redeem as a physical collectible. They're offering also a keys collection. Now obviously this is a very, very expensive collection. It's $1 million. So this is a key to the VIP compound. So it's a lifetime Coachella guest festival pass and a fully stocked trailer in the VIP compound in 2022. So give you a group, a place to regroup, recharge. So obviously this is outside of the reach of most people, but hey, if you got that kind of money to drop, this is basically a lifetime VIP pass to Coachella, including your own trailer. So actually for two. So Coachella guest passes for two, your choice of 1 weekend per year. Guest passes include dedicated viewing areas, VIP areas, 8 additional guest passes for the weekend, your own trailer, 2 merch items, invites to private events, ability to purchase 2 additional guest festival passes, free access to any virtual events. So it's basically a lifetime VIP membership to Coachella. Another one is Permies, which is a collection of 555 NFTs by Blockworks, which is one of the great media companies within the Web3 realm. So Permies is a annual conference that is held, last year was held in, this year was held in West Palm Beach in Florida. So if you own a Permie, which at the time of mint was 1.1 ETH, now I believe it's trading around 2.2. That's the minimum floor price, so it's already doubled in value since it's mint. So it gives you 1 VIP ticket to the conference, which is a lifetime permission pass starting in 2023. So if you own a Permie, you have lifetime membership and access to this conference. It gives you access to the VIP party, Gatsby White's VIP party, Skip the Lines, VIP only NFT happy hours, exclusive NFT merch, private Discord. You get free access to their research platform called Blockworks Research. So these are the NFTs. So now they're all sold out. The only way to purchase them is an OpenSea. So really the potential is endless here. You can have NFT gated events for conferences, for concerts, for really anything. A comedy show, a comedian could issue their tickets as NFTs on a blockchain. And something to highlight again is the advantage of having this kind of access to an NFT as opposed to just a digital pass or a ticket that you buy on StubHub or Ticketmaster is that it's on a blockchain, so it's verifiable, it's transparent. You can verify ownership. Nobody can go and manipulate that. You're not dependent on the third party like StubHub or Ticketmaster. B, you can trade it, so you can go on a secondary marketplace like OpenSea, Dead Rare. There's so many different marketplaces, and you can trade these NFTs. So let's say you buy a lifetime pass to a Blockworks conference, but after 2 or 3 years, you maybe don't want to attend it anymore, or you can't attend it, so you could sell it. And if the conference has grown and there's a demand for it, most likely the value of the NFT will have gone higher. So you actually are making an ROI on your past that you invested in. And a lot of NFTs, NFT utilities is also being built in terms of lending out the NFT for a yield. So I know Blockworks is building a functionality so that if you own a Permie, which gives you lifetime access, and you cannot attend the conference that year, you can actually lend out your NFT and generate a yield so that someone else can attend with your NFT. And so you're not selling your NFT, but you're getting a little bit of passive income by someone else borrowing your NFT to attend the year that you can't attend. So really, I mean, to me, this is a no-brainer in terms of any kind of community events, concerts, festivals, conferences. Really, you can do anything with this. I even see a lot of companies building loyalty programs and having NFTs as tickets for specific events for a certain tier of customers or clients. I think this is going to be one of the biggest areas where utility is just going to blow up, and we don't even know what kind of utility is going to be built. Number 5, sports NFTs. So I find there's two main niches within this as of now. There's the niche of the collectibles, the sports collectibles, and then there's also other use cases such as kind of fan ownership. So here we see some numbers around the value of the sports NFT market. So Dapper Lab, which is one of the biggest sports NFT marketplaces, founder of NBA Top Shots, saw its annual sales nearly double to 700 million from 261 million in 2019. And this article is from November 2021, so I'm sure the number is probably higher by now. Sports NFTs are a movement, not a meme. Now, obviously, within the collectible space, for example, NBA Top Shots, which is probably one of the most famous collectible segment within sports NFTs. Obviously, this is not is more speculative. It depends on what the rarity of this NFT is. So there's all kinds of different ones here. So we have rare. So these are rare moments, rare NBA moments. For example, Magic Johnson making an assist. So this one, the lowest ask price was $490. So again, this is when you purchase this, you're basically getting this moment of Magic Johnson making this assist as an NFT. So you're owning this moment per se. And again, these are, you can look at this as a digital version of physical trading cards that have existed for many years. So I wouldn't really recommend these as an investment, but if you're a sports fan and you think the value of these, you know how to pick which ones could have a certain value. Maybe you have a rookie that's maybe 5 years from now could be a huge star. So maybe you could look at some of their moments that could have value down the line. So Top Shots is definitely one of the most popular ones within this segment. Another segment that I've seen kind of start blossom is digital asset ownership of fans. So Socios, which is one of the biggest players within this segment, lets you own tokens of different sports clubs. So they're huge for soccer. So you can own tokens for the Juventus Soccer Club or Paris Soccer Club, and these fan tokens give you the power to impact official decisions of our teams, of your favorite teams. You'll be able to unlock VIP rewards, access exclusive promotions, gain superfan recognition. So a lot of the major soccer clubs have their own tokens now, and then when you own them, you get different collectibles and different access within the ecosystem of those clubs. So it's a way to participate within the culture of your favorite sports team and have ownership there. So that was part 1 of this video titled Different Types of NFTs and Different Use Cases and Utilities. I shared 5 different types of NFTs in this video. There will be a part 2 with 5 additional types of NFTs. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're listening to this in audio, make sure you also check out the YouTube, because I do in the video share my screen and show different NFTs and different things that you can't really get on the audio. So head over to YouTube and search for the defined ones. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notified. Thanks so much for watching or listening, and there will be a part 2 coming soon.